Hello everybody, and welcome. Today I'll be showing you guys how to build this, my new epic Librarian converter, version 2.0. This guy is souped out for maximum speed, efficiency and automation, and I'm extremely happy with the outcome. So I hope you guys will be too. Let me show you guys how this works. A quick tour, if you will. We start over here. Distance, by the way, is very important here. Before I forget, let me just mention this now. This is our little collection pool of unwanted cartographers and librarians, and this will be the return chamber. So this will be outgoing, they get sent over there, we convert them, and then they get sent back here to the return chamber for further organization. Very important distance here. Where you choose to build this one and the actual conversion room, make sure there are 55 blocks in between and that there are no other villagers within 55 blocks, because that is the aggro range of villagers, or not of villagers, of zombies onto villagers. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Anyway, so these guys here, they get exported from here all the way through to here. They get dumped into that little slot over there. Our minecart gets recycled here, gets sent into another downwards facing dispenser through this connection of hoppers through there, and then it is ready to collect him on the way back when we are happy with our villager. In here we have our executioner zombie, if you will, which is simply a souped up zombie that we give a badass weapon. So he one-shots or two-shots them to make this super efficient. Minecart goes underneath here, takes him on back and dumps them in there. From there the railroad goes to here, there is another activator rail there, so it dumps them in that free spot there. It then goes around here and simply gets recycled yet again, so our minecart then goes back to point A where it started from. So we keep on reusing this minecart as well. Cool. Let me show you guys a quick example. By standing here, we simply use the fort to bring us a villager. Bring me a villager. And villager underway. Dumped in there. Minecart gets recycled. And now from here, let's see what it is. We have a cartographer. So, boink. Converted. We give him the beating of his life with a weapon that has purification 5 on, of course. And now we see he's still a cartographer. So, another beating is underway. He is now a librarian, giving us burning thorns, and we can simply rinse and repeat in order to get ourselves a new librarian, or, well, I guess a new librarian. The cartographers you won't want, and we simply do this all the time. So this is actually so fast, to be honest with you. You don't actually need to level these guys up to get the further enchants, because yeah, like, we can really just keep on doing this and wait for a librarian and just keep on looking what the first enchant is. There we have weightless. So this is the speed at which you can convert them quite fast. We can even get him to one-shot them by giving him a stronger weapon. He is using an Ice Dragon halberd as his weapon. So yeah, if you guys wanted to give him more than 20 damage, then he'll be one-shotting this guy. But to be honest, the speed doesn't really affect me as much. He's two-shotting him at the moment anyway. Cartographer, zombie. There we go, librarian with knockback. Now say we wanted to keep him. Yeah, I know, right? You simply spam click in order to do less damage, by the way. I'll get into the weapon a bit later. And then from here, say we wanted to keep him, which I wouldn't normally, but in any case, we simply use the force again to send the minecart through there and sweep him away. And then he goes. Boop. All along there, some powered rails there, and gets dumped in there. And minecart, like I said, recycled into there. And we can do it all again. Whee! Cool. Now then, I guess I have to show you guys. Ah, I should not have sent him here. Let me just do this. Whee! Take him away. I said, take him away. So we dump him back in there, and let me show you guys how we go about building this bad boy. So let's start over here. The unwanted chamber, if you will. Our little undesirables. So simply build your chamber 3 by 3 at least, or 5 by 5, doesn't really matter that much. I just choose 3 by 3 because it flows nice into the corner. From here, you have to make sure this is 2 blocks tall, then add your roof on here, like so. That is to stop them from bouncing all the time in this corner, otherwise the rail won't always grab them, so they have to be stuck underneath this block over here. Cool, put our roof on there. You obviously just get yourself a villager breeder, or I don't know how you want to accumulate these guys, that's up to you. Definitely do a villager breeder, but anyway, won't be including a villager breeder in this tutorial. Add your bucket of water in there, push them into that corner, like so. Then from here, this block here, make sure this is a fence, or I think a wall should work as well, so that they come out here, so that they protrude just a little bit, so that his little toe touches this powered rail. This here is filled with minecarts, even though you don't need this many since we are recycling these, but this is simply a powered rail, and this underneath here is a block of redstone. I like to use blocks of redstone as my way to power rails because we can build on top of them, but obviously feel free to use a redstone torch or a lever, you know, as you please. And this dispenser pointing onto there. This needs to be a solid block, by the way, to make sure that the minecart pushes. Otherwise it can sometimes play up a little bit. And then this, where the magic happens. This block here, which I don't quite want to look towards. Let me see if I've got one in my inventory. This one here. This is kind of where a lot of the magic happens. This here is called an Ender Watcher. You can make these with blocks of biotite, redstone, and Eye of Ender. And these guys are pretty nifty. In that, I've put one over there. You can look at these guys from, I think, a maximum of 64 blocks. Over here, those are redstone torches, just as an example. And if you were to look at them, it emits a redstone signal, which is a nice way for wireless redstone, which is what I choose to do here. So yeah, just smack that straight on top of your furnace. Not your furnace, your dispenser. And then it will power that whenever you look at it. Otherwise, you guys just need to lay like a long old line of redstone all the way over there. But since I have got biotite, which you can get on the end island, by the way, it's the only place you can get it. Yeah, I'm doing this because convenience. Alright. Moving on, regular rails, some powered rails again, powered by redstone blocks. Moving on to here. This here is an activator rail, so just put down an activator rail, and it needs to be powered, so just a block of redstone underneath. Whenever you guys see something red underneath, just, you know, that's a block of redstone, just, you know, just know that. So, red powered, always powered, okay. Now you need to test this, by the way. It will pop along and dump them to one of the sides, so however your rail setup is, just test that before you guys build this. Just hop into the minecart yourself and see which side it dumps you off. Because depending on which direction it goes, it'll dump you one side or the other. See that? It dumped me this side, the other time it dumped me that side. So just test it yourself, just get into it and give it a test. And then you build your chamber surrounding that. Okay. Now I need to show you guys how to build this here room. And for that I need to get this dude out of here quickly. Let's see if I can actually push him without him being annoying. Right, I'm gonna have to top myself into. Nope, hang on, there he goes. You get out there. And yes, this is a zombie wearing sentient armor. Just for the giggles. Shush your noise. Okay, now then. We are here. In order to build this little room here, this is our conversion room. Looks like so. It's got 3 blocks in the middle and then surrounded by glass to block line of sight. This chamber here, where our villager will be, put a slab here to block the line of sight, so that whenever we hit the zombie villager, all zombies share aggro, so keep that in mind. That's why we block this, so he doesn't have line of sight on us, so he doesn't share the aggro with that zombie. Because when we do, they will be aggroed onto us, and then they won't target the villager in there. So yeah, block the line of sight here while we give him the beating. And then from there, let me just break open this top here. This is obsidian, by the way, just to cover this on up. So the top here, this block here, right above this, put a block of slime. And then here we have a sticky piston, powered by redstone, of course, on obsidian. And here we have a lever with a redstone torch to indicate when this is active. So that means conversion is active at the moment. That means conversion is not active at the moment. So go in there, put your trapdoor up here. Actually, easier this way. So that there is a free spot for a zombie to be sat there. This block of redstone there. Put yourself a trapdoor and put it like so. And then you put another one here at the bottom here, like so, and then we activate that one as well. So you have this configuration with a free block here for our villager to stand. What this will do is this will keep our villager locked in here to stop him from running around in panic. And then when we pull this lever, this top trapdoor moves our zombie back, like so, keeping this one block space in between, so our villager and him cannot interact with one another when we don't want them to. And then simply surrounded by glass or whatever you wish, so that it's nice and secure, like so. I think I did destroy the other thing, the slab. Let me just put the slab back here. Essential slab. Slabs, wonderful slabs. Da 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 da. And then at the top here to just to cover this on up, put yourself down obsidian. That is simply because obsidian cannot be moved by slime or sticky pistons. So if you put any other block, the slime block's gonna grab onto it, but you don't want that obviously, so there we go. Lovely stuff. Just like that. Perfecto. Then you just kind of target your rail in this direction. Unpowered rails into here. This is our little docking station. This is a cactus on sand. Not the cactus seed, just get a block of cactus like you guys can get on some sand. Perfect. You can put some glass blocks on top and then put some blocks here, not next to it because it'll break. So put some glass here and so. Make a nice little cage. The rails here, these are going onto hoppers, so that's a hopper. This hopper is pointing into this hopper pointing into this hopper, and this hopper is pointing into this here dispenser, which is downwards pointing. That is a powered rail underneath, so it can redeploy that minecart, so it gets recycled, like I said. Rail, cool. And I just make it a little cage like so, so there's 2 blocks, because, you know, it's RLCraft. Items like to spew everywhere. So do that, and that is that part secure. Okay, now then. Next part here is, I guess we need to do the weapon first, and then we'll get to the zombie. So, for your weapon, you'll want to use a wooden battle axe. And reasons being, I'll pop myself into just into survival. That is simply because the battle axe is being two-handed. If you hold something in the offhand, it will reduce your damage by 25%. So we put something in the offhand. Wooden battle axe has got 7 damage. The golden one also has 7 damage, but the golden one gets the 1-piece bonus of 50%. So use the wooden one, even though its durability is awful. You'll want maximum level purification on here. Purification 5, I think. I don't know what the percentage is, to be honest with you. I think it's either 25 or 50%. I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know what the exact percentage is. I just know get as high level of purification as you can. And because this is a wooden battle axe, the durability is horrible. So then put yourself Unbreaking 3 and Mending on top. Let me just give myself some food. This guy's tummy is rumbling. So let me just give melon. And then we just do this. Okay. Now then, what was I saying? So the next part here is we need to re-roll this quality. So go to the reforging station, put your wooden battle axe in there, and then give it the broken quality, ruining the video. Just gonna get this one as well because he's gonna come buzzing around in a second as well. I think as soon as he gets line of sight on us. And because I've got the reduced damage, because I've got something in my offhand. I'm not one-tapping these guys as I should be. Okay, I really should have made this area safer, but I couldn't be bothered. Any case, so go over here, put your weapon in there, and re-roll the quality so it's broken. So we get another 15% reduced attack damage on there. Excellent. Now, next thing we do in order to prep this, and this part is interesting, go ahead and get yourself some potions of harming. Right, I'll explain. So, potion dipping is a thing in 2.9.2, which means you can get the effect on your weapon. So we grab ourselves 8 of these. Potion of harming, by the way, gives instant damage too. You can make this with simply, I think, is it a spider eye? Yeah, so poison. So a potion of poison, which is just a mundane potion, and a poisonous potato. And then in order to turn that to instant damage, you just add a fermented spider eye. And then you upgrade that one by just, adding some glowstone. Perfect. So, reason for this is, undead creatures cannot be healed by traditional sources of healing. Regeneration doesn't work on them. So, instead, potions of healing or instant health damages them, but potions of instant damage heals them. So, we use this little new dipping mechanism, and we fill this up. You'll need 8 potions. So 3, 3, 8, perfect. Pop it in there. It's all empty, so never mind. I won't be popping anything back in there. And you just go ahead and dip your weapon in there. Cool. Now, you will have at the very bottom there, you see you got instant damage 2. So, and you have 64 hits. So we have 64 hits with this weapon before that will expire, and you'll need to craft yourself some more. Now that is very important, because we don't ever want to lose any of our precious livestock. Well, I guess I shouldn't call them livestock, but anyway, our precious commodity, the librarians. Now, along with that, we make use of weakness. We can give ourselves weakness by using raw marker meat and extending that with wine, or simply crafting a potion of weakness. Let me see how we make potion of weakness real quick. Potion of weakness, so that gives us weakness for 4 minutes, and that is simply a fermented spider eye and a water bottle. Really easy. Now then, give ourselves that. The reason why we take that, by the way, is that reduces our attack damage by 4. This guy only has 7 damage, minus 25%, minus another 15%. So, with this, what happens is we do 1 or 2 damage to them, and then the instant damage heals them at the same time, which makes them basically immortal. They won't die, you get the idea. So, example. You see, he healed for 1, took 1 damage, took 1 damage, healed for 1, 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 and you see his life is still on 93%. 91%, 91%, 93%, 91, 93, 94, 91, 92, and you guys get the general idea. So, this is the same effect with our villagers. We keep them alive like that, and simply they just, they just never die up until we purify them, which is marvelous. Now, there is one extra bit to this. I know that some of you probably have gone into combat, so you've got this upgraded, so your damage is more than this. So, you are in luck. That is why I've also chosen the wooden battle axe, is because they can take the enchantment, or curse rather, bluntness. So, if I were to compare these two to next to one another, that is the standard one, 7 base damage, excluding all, the negative damage that we've added to it from, the broken quality and the offhand. 7 there. This one here has 4. A full 4. And I think this basically does no damage at the moment. If I were to hit him with this is even without, no, it's got instant damage on. But I think I just do nothing. Yeah, so, he's not losing anything. Unless I were to crit. I don't even think I can hurt him if I do crit. He healed for 1 when I he healed for 1 when I crit him. Anyway, you guys get the idea. use the battle axe because you can add bluntness on this one, not the others. Cool. That is that part done. Now then, we have to get to... it's gonna be annoying. Add myself back to creative. Now, what we need to do next is get our executioner zombie. We'll get to that in a second. Now then, getting to finding our executioner zombie. Believe it or not all zombies are created equally within RLCraft. I know, right? For example, this zombie here. Chuck that there. That is a piece of chest armor. As you can see, he is not picking that up. Not all zombies can pick up items, you see. Which you don't know up until you throw them an item. So you'll need to find one in the overworld, you know, at night or whatever. Just chuck one item down. And it needs to be a zombie that doesn't have anything in its offhand either. Any rotten flesh, stairs, any block that they pick up in the offhand will take up that slot. This one, however, is one that can pick up items. We throw that armor there. You see, he has equipped the armor. So you need to find yourself a zombie that can equip items. Once they have items equipped, they will also not despawn, so you don't need to name tag them. And then we give him a nice and strong weapon. You can, like I said, give this more damage, reroll the quality and so on. But the most important thing is probably just unbreaking on here. So he can two-shot our villager. Or one-shot him if you give him more enchantments and so on. And there we go. We have a very mean zombie that does a lot of damage. From there, we simply lure him into here. Not the hardest thing in the world, but be sure that you don't give him two of an OP weapon, so he doesn't one-shot you. And then we simply lure him in there. This might be a challenge. Can I get you to go in there? He's probably, if I pull this lever, maybe. Let me see. I want him to wander over here. Obviously, you guys will just need to, you know, kind of hop on here and whatnot. Gotcha. Lure him in there. Cool. Without him killing you. Executing you as opposed to the villager. Nice. Now that he's in there, that is this part done. Now for the return, that is, I think I've said this already, that is a downwards pointing dispenser, powered rails, redstone block going around here. Underneath here, right underneath here where that is. Now I need to take this guy out now that I think of it. Yes, this is very annoying. Can you come around here, please? Because I need to dig up this floor to show you guys what the return rail is like. Let's see if I can hit him. This mob AI. Nah. Okay, just pop myself into this. You come here. Hey. Yay. Yes. Come. Yo, buddy. I see. He wants to come through there. Man, I hate this new Ender Queen's Crown. And I hate those as well. Anyway, dude, can you just come back here quickly? You aren't getting through here, so yeah. You come down here, please. Cool. And don't one-shot me, please. Cool. So he's trapped in there. Alright, go back to creative. Now I've already shown you guys how to build this, but this floor here is very important. Remember this configuration. Trapdoor above there, one there, slime block, good. Okay. Let me tear this up. This part here is quite tricky as well. Right, so rail mechanics. So this is obviously the block that our activator rail will dump him on. Now you want the rail to be in this configuration, like so. So normally it will come through here and it will look like that. You don't want it to look like that. You want it to be pointing upwards at an angle, like so. That is correct, directly beneath this block. Now we need to get this one to be upwards pointing for this to work. Like so, upwards, upwards, and then we break that. Actually, this needs to be a powered rail, just to be safe. So powered rail, put one there, and then break it away. Perfect. Exactly like this. This will cause the, for whatever magical reason, don't ask me why it works, the minecart to come through here. It will slide through this block, pick up the entity above, and then magically teleport onto this rail and continue onwards. And that is just how it works, folks. I can't give you any more detail. That is just how the mechanic works. So go ahead and do that, and then we just cover this on up. Okay, that there, lovely stuff. And just go ahead and close this back up like so. That looks like this. And I'm not going to do the rest of that. Actually, no, I'm going to just put the trapdoors back. Just so that we can see the finished build at the end again. So yeah, like I said, up here. Trapdoor that opens this way. Trapdoor there that opens that way. Nice and easy. And now we can let this guy go back in there if he so pleases. Go back in there, friend. Cool, and that is perfect. Exactly like this. Active, inactive. Oh, by the way, not sure if I mentioned, but this rail here, where it goes underneath here, is going to pick up an entity here. So this lamp is to remind ourselves that this is in active conversion at the time. So, hey. So when this is on, don't use this to take the villager back, because it has a chance while passing underneath here to pick up the zombie if he's right there. So this light serves as a reminder to yourself. Only use the Minecraft return, process if this is not active at the time. Otherwise, you might scoop up this dude, and he will murder everything on that side. From here, block of redstone, powered rails, 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 all the way through to here. Powered rails there as well. And up to here we have an activator rail, like so, with a solid block next to it. It has to be a solid block in order for it to dump next to it. They are being kept back in there. So that won't work now. It will, however, work like this. So, just like that. And then some more powered rails through here. Some regular rails. And into this section here. Which is again just our little Minecraft reclaim system, if you will. So onto hopper, pointing into hopper, into hopper, into hopper. That last one pointing back into the original dispenser, which is what scooped up our original villager. Cool, from here, just close this up like so. Once more, stop the minecart from spewing everywhere. As soon as it hits the cactus, which will obviously break it, causing it to drop as an item. And that is that part complete. Now, I think I have covered everything, to be honest with you. I'm just thinking if I dare, you guys know what the ender watcher and blah blah blah. And then from here we can just simply sit here, do our conversions in bulk, wave him over, because I'm that lazy, yes. Convert him in there. And then when we are done, let's see, what do you give us? Cartographer, whoops, little up tab. Cartographer, go on. Librarian giving us magic protection, which is garbage. But anyway, you guys get the idea. As you see, it converts pretty damn fast. And then we just send them on back. Give them a scoop. Send us the next one at the same time. There we go. La-di-da. And business is, well, we are ready. Business is a booming. Cool. And that is everything. So, this took me a couple of hours of assembling in order to, to get all these little bits and pieces together. So, if you guys found it helpful, entertaining, yada yada yada, all that good stuff, then give me a like, subscribe, blah blah blah. And once again, this is Zerger saying, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy hour in crafting, and have yourself a wonderful day. Cheers, guys.